So my next guest today is Mark Curtin from Transition Automation. Nice to see you again, Mark.
Same, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so we've got one of these interesting new innovations that you've got. You, of course, make squeegee blades and holders for virtually every make of printer out there.
That's right.
So what are we looking at this morning?
So, Trevor, we have always been founded on innovation. We were the first company to start with metal squeegees when all machines had rubber squeegees in them back in 1989.
Right.
Well, this year we developed a slimline holder that doesn't have a clamp bar and doesn't require tools for changing squeegee blades.
Okay.
So this is the holder design. It has two locks at the ends and one lock in the middle for longer squeegees.
Mm-hmm.
So it only requires you just loosen a thumb screw and then the blade can pull right out.
Right.
So
Okay.
It has magnets to hold. Go ahead.
These are magnetic strip dots here,
Yes.
holding it on, but then you've got the clamps at each end here.
Yep. There's wedge locks at the end.
Yeah.
And there's also a strip along the top that wedges the squeegee in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a nice advantage for our users when they're changing blades or doing maintenance. It allows them virtually a 3-second blade change time.
Right. Right. Oh, that's quite fast. And then you just have these two thumb screws at the back, which is behind the paste to tighten it up.
These can be easily removed to allow for cleaning because the paste, as we all know, will go everywhere and stick.
Yeah.
So it's a nice way to make sure they can go to zero contamination between jobs. There's also a leaf spring design. This is a patent pending development that we did a couple of years ago.
I see. So these sort of end edge, they're on a spring, so they'll come up to allow the.
Yeah, and it protects the stencil too, because a lot of the other holders will have a fixed metal paste retainer.
Right.
And if it just touches the stencil, it creates a ding or a dent, or sometimes a hole.
Yeah.
So we're trying to help the customers protect their stencils. Mm-hmm. The other feature that we have here is this particular adapter is for an NPM momentum, and it has anti-reverse tabs.
Okay.
That prevents the operators from putting the squeegee in.
Backwards.
Now, you may think that's a little odd, but when you're doing squeegees all the time, they actually start to just look the same forward and back, and
Right.
I can understand this need.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that makes it foolproof for sure.
The other thing we're showing on this particular holder is a stainless steel blade. We've always had the blue spring steel as a high performance blade, but there are cases with certain aqueous solder paste formulations that are very corrosive.
Right.
So in that case, we offer stainless steel, but it's not just the stainless steel blade. It still has the grinding, polishing, and the addition of the Permalex polymer infusion.
Right. Okay, and of course that was one of the innovations that you brought out a number of years ago. Is that Permalex polymer infusion that you put on the edge of all your blades?
Yes.
Yeah, excellent. So you virtually cover every printer formulation out there.
We do. Yamaha has a very innovative printer with a single squeegee with two edges. We have a nice solution for that equipment. And there's also a lot of pump printers that are still in use at Continental and many other large companies. Real Pump by NPM and ProFlow by DEC.
Right.
So we also cover that version of printer.
Yeah, I'm surprised that these things didn't take off more than they did. You know, these ProFlows and things like that, because paste is very often the biggest problem inside the printers. The paste goes off or that kind of thing. So you'd think these enclosed print heads would protect it better.
Yeah, they tend to have a little bit more maintenance involved, like getting them loaded and getting them started, but when you're doing high volume, they're very nice, they're very stable, and the paste remains unexposed to the environment, so that's a benefit. But I guess with the switchovers and any kind of mix, there's a little bit more overhead with those.
Yeah.
But the blades are thinner. You have to remember too, the blades are always two blades in contact, so the wear factor is a bit higher. But they are very stable and good for high-speed printing.
Great. Well, I mean, you're certainly the go-to guy for stencil blades, Mark. So I want to thank you for coming in and showing us your latest innovations today.
Thank you, Trevor.